I'm going to show you how to use the track mount for your Striker 5 or Echomap. This is good for Strikers and Echomaps, except for the Striker 4. The Striker 4 uses a different sort of mount. What you're going to get is this piece, which got end nuts to go for the track. I'll show you how that works. It's got 3 screws inserted, and it's got another larger screw coming up through the center. And you're also going to get a knob, and that goes on the top of the larger screw. In your fish finder kit, you'll have a part that looks like this. Okay, so find that in your fish finder kit and get it out. Your instructions are going to tell you to put a nut back here in this recess. So if I can get a better reflection, there we go. A nut in this recess, and you use a M6 screw that's actually black, that's also in your kit. You're not going to use either one of those parts. You want this without the screw and without the nut. Okay, so the first thing to do is to put this part onto that part. So take out the, these are 832 screws by, I believe, 5/8 length, so you ever lose one. Stainless steel. So you just drop this over, line up the holes, put the screws in, and secure the screws. Okay, now all you have to do is put on your fish finder and attach it to the track. I'm going to show you putting it on the fish finder first, and that's not the order you would do it in. But the Striker 5 and larger and the Echomap series use a yoke to hold the fish finder, and it looks like this. So what you do is just drop that on top of this screw. The orientation doesn't matter. Use the nut here with the metal side top. Okay, this is a nylock nut, so it'll quickly get a little bit hard to turn. And you run it down, and you run it down. You can rotate this, and it kind of latches into position. So you run it down until you can rotate it, but everything's pretty snug and put together. Now later on, when you're actually using this on a track, your fish finder will be in here, and you'll leave the fish finder on. It'll be tilted, and that'll give you room to work the nut. And all you do to remove the fish finder is undo this nut, okay, and take the entire yoke and fish finder off, leaving this on the track. Okay, so next I'm going to show you how it goes on the track. You undo these nuts on each end. And what you'll see is there's 2 carriage bolts. So you slide the carriage bolts onto your track, and you space them so that you can drop this on top of it, like so. Then you just put the nuts with the flat side down, the metal nut side up showing, and run this down. You don't have to over tighten it, just nice and snug will do it. It'll stop it from moving. Okay, and that's all there is to it. Now this stays on. We're going to position it where you want your fish finder. You can, with the fish finder on, still get in and loosen these and move it around a little if you want to. Okay, and then when you bring your fish finder to it, you just put your fish finder on and run the nut down, like I said, until it is snug, but not so tight you can't turn it, because you're going to want to turn it down the way. And that's it. And that's the new design for the mount for Strikers and Echomaps.